Hello friends, in this video let's quickly talk about primary key constraint in PostgreSQL. This is one of the important constraint for each and every table in the Postgre RDBMS. Even though the table doesn't ask for a primary key constraint, please create it, because it internally create an index for the table and it orders the data internally. Better to have at least. If you already have a defined indexes, then it is fine. If it is a plain table which doesn't have any constraint, then better to add. Then let's talk about in detail what is a primary key. In the previous videos we talked about what is unique and what is not null. Now, primary key is nothing but it is a combination of unique and not null behavior. It is a combination. In some scenarios, it works as a not null constraint. In some scenarios, it works as a unique constraint. But it is a combination of both. I can simply write like this. So I can conclude it. Primary key equal to not null plus. I can conclude on the whole not null constraint plus unique. But if you see the behavior of the not null and unique, one table can have multiple not null constraints or one table can have multiple unique constraints. But primary key can have only one table, single primary key. So one primary key per table. That's it. It's a final. Also, you can create a primary key on one column or group of columns. On the whole, this primary key constraint is the one which helps you to identify the rows uniquely, and it does not allow nulls. If you see the difference between unique constraint and primary key constraint, unique allows at least one null into the table, but primary key doesn't allow a single null because the behavior is not null plus unique, and it allows only one key per table, and it internally create an index that helps you to improve the query performances. So that's how we work with primary keys. So let me show you how to do practically on the primary keys in a PostgreSQL server. So let's open a primary key example here. If you see in the pgadmin, so I just written a syntax to create a table emps4 which contains couple of columns: emp id, emp name, username and location. And these are all plain columns, so none of the columns has the constraints. Okay, if I go with this, and it allows all the nulls, it allows all the duplicates and all. So here, as per the column definitions, as per the table definitions, I could see employee ID should be unique across the table. I should not duplicate, because that is the one column which I want to identify uniquely. If I want to go to specific row, I can simply take the employee ID. If I know it, I can say that 100% it is unique row across the table. So to say that, I need to add a primary key constraint to the particular table. How to add it? So you can simply specify space data type column name, data type space primary key. Okay, primary spelling, primary key. See, I am specifying employee ID as a primary key. If you remember, I mentioned it internally create an index. It means that it is internally creating something. So if something is creating internally, it need a name, right? So here I am not specifying the name of that, actually name of that particular object. So it internally creates, by default it creates with a table name. So later, if you see, by any chance, if you see that object, you can easily identify saying that, so this primary key has been created on a particular table emps4, because that is a default behavior, since if I am not specifying. Now, so let's create this table Okay, the table has been created with a primary key. So let us see the structure of the table. Select star from EMPS and run this. So here if you see, I am creating a primary key on a single column. Slowly I will show you how to create on a multiple columns. So this is one way of creating a primary key. I will show you the other ways as well. And also, can I add a primary key to the existing table? There is a possibility, but it depends how easy it is. It depends on the size of the table. Okay, now let us see. It's a very empty table, basic table. So you can see the structure itself. You can see it is a PK, primary key integer. On the below of the column name, you can see it's a primary key. PK is nothing but primary key. Now, so let's try to insert some rows actually. So it is very easy. So hope you know that how to insert. I'm not planning to cover that as well. Okay, so here I'm planning as 1 comma EMP name. So John comma, so username also John comma, location as USA. Okay, so let me try to insert it. So this is a table which has been created with a primary key. So let's run this. So I'm sending all the values here. Let's run this. Okay, so query has been inserted successfully in 119 milliseconds. Let's run this quickly and see the data. Yes, you have one record inserted. Now let me insert a second record. Okay, so let me, as I mentioned here, it is a combination of not null plus unique. Let me cover those scenarios as well. Okay, either primary key is working or not, and what is the error I might get if I do wrong. So let's put it as a null here. I'm trying to insert, so employee ID as null. Okay, I'm trying to show you not null constraint behavior here. So let's put it here John Williams W, and here John W, something like that. Okay, I'm not focusing on other columns now. So let's select this particular query and try to execute it. So once you execute it, you can see it null value in column EMP ID violates not null constraint. If you really see here, it is not telling primary key, but even I didn't declare EMP ID as a primary, not null. Still, it is a combination of not null and primary key, not null and unique. It shows not null behavior here. You can see here, so not null constraint. So you can see the SQL status 23502. Now let me keep some 2 here. Let's go for a positive scenario and run it. Let's insert it. Yeah, record has been inserted, and let us see the data. So we tested the not null behavior of a column now. Now let's go for a unique behavior. So hope you know that what is unique behavior. So I should not give a duplicate value again. So let me try to give employee ID again same 2, but here I'll be changing the names here as Kate, and the username as Kate, and location as UK. It's up to me. Okay, now if you see the difference here, I'm trying to insert 2 again. 2 is already inserted here. Okay, so obviously now it's a unique behavior. I should get a unique error message. Let me run it and show you that. You can see here. So duplicate key value violates a unique constraint. What is the name of the key? You can see EMPS 4_key. So I'm saying that key ID 2 already exists. So state is 23505. So now means it doesn't allow nulls. It doesn't allow duplicates also on the same column. And if you see in this example, I created a primary key on a single column. So as I mentioned, I can create a primary key on a multiple columns also. It means that combination should be unique. Okay, so let's make it as a positive scenario of this, and let's try to keep 3. Try to insert. Yes, it is inserted. You can see the data. Now this is how we do use primary key in a single column. And as I mentioned, how to declare a primary key in other way also. And as I also mentioned, it internally creates a index on the particular table. You can see that. Let's refresh this. And if you expand this, you can see here some indexes, some constraints. You can see the constraint. EMPS_4, you can see it. Okay, so now let me show you the other way of creating the index on the table. Okay, so let's take the same syntax with a different name of the table. Let me keep it as a 5. Okay, so let me, I want to show it differently, right? Let's see this, remove this. So here I am not specifying the primary key word next to the column. I am planning to specify that primary key at the end of the table. So how can I specify that is sorry, comma, so primary key of what is the column actually here? So as per the previous example, EMP ID. Sorry. Now let me run this. Yeah, table has been created, right? So let's refresh this public schema. Currently I'm creating a public schema. I'll talk about the schemas later. You can see EMPS 5 and constraints. You can see EMPS 5 underscore P key, because I didn't give any name. I can give you the name also. I'll talk about that later. Let's quickly insert the same records. Okay, I'll change the values before inserting to show you that behavior should be the same. Okay, so now let me remove this so that I'll get some space here. So here let me insert this record, execute. So let me keep it as 1 again here. So I'm trying to show you that. First let me show you not null, so that as I showed you in the same sequence. So let's put a null here, insert. You get error message saying that EMP ID violates not null constraint here. Okay, let's simply change it to 2 and run this. Done, execute. Okay, sorry, not 4. Sorry, I'm inserting in the 4. Actually, I should insert into 5. Okay. Okay, so let's try to insert this. Yes, successfully. Now let me insert null here. Okay, so obviously it should fail, right? Let's run this. You can see here EMP ID not null constraint, and state is this. Let me change this to 2. Let's try to insert this. Yeah, now let's see employees 5. Sorry, again here. Sorry, 5. Okay, let's run this. Yeah, you have 2 records. Now let's try to insert here as a what I say 2 again. Okay, so I'm showing unique behavior now. Yeah, it's showing yes. So it violates the unique constraint PMPS 5 underscore P key. Let's change it to this 3 and let's run this. Yes, this is how we can. Let me run this. Now if you see in this example, all 3 records has been inserted. If you see, the difference is I created a primary key at the end of the table definition creation. So now how to create a primary key on multiple columns? So now let me create one more table with a similar syntax. Okay, so here I am making as EMPS 6 just for our example. Here primary key I am specifying as EMP ID comma username. Okay, so username is there, right? I'm planning to create primary key on multiple tables. Now the combination should be unique. Now here if I try to insert employee ID same again and again with a single column, I can do it in this scenario. Let's quickly show you. Let's create this table. Okay, and I'm not specifying the name of the primary key here. So how it creates for this EMPS 6 is, let's expand this constraint. Yes, you can see EMPS 6 underscore P key. Okay, now let's try to insert the similar records and I'll show you one by one behavior. Okay, so EMPS 6. Let me make it change first here so that easy for me. Yes. Yes. So here obviously this first row positive scenario, nothing to worry. Let's try to insert one record. Record has been inserted successfully. Now here, so as I mentioned, the combination should be unique. So employee ID and user name. So here I'm trying to keep it as 1 again. If I keep 1 again, okay, but the difference is John, and here John is John W. Obviously it should work, right? It should work as per the behavior of the table. Yes, it's inserted. Now let's change here as a 6 and C, because I made the combination as unique, not a single column now. So now let me try to insert the same combination. Let me put the same here, John again here. Okay, otherwise let me take a 4 here. I want to show you this behavior. So I'm giving a different employee ID now and giving a same username. Let me try to run this. It should work. Why? Because the combination again still unique. Let's run this table and see. Just three records has been inserted, because if you see the difference here in this case both the employee ID is same, but in this case username is same, but the combination is unique now again. Now let me try to insert again the same 4th record is already there with the same combination, but I'm changing as Williams or Kate. I'm just making as Teresa, location as UK. I'm changing the other one, but if you see the difference here and here, Fourth record is already in. Let me make it these also 4 so that you can understand the difference. The difference between these two inserted highlighted queries is employee ID is same, original employee name is different, username is same, and location is different. Let me try to insert, obviously. See, this is a negative scenario as per our behavior of the primary key. It should fail, right? Let's run this. Yes, you can see here. So duplicate key value violates unique key constraint EMPS6 underscore key. Key, if you see the combination here, key of employee ID, comma username 4, comma John already exists. It's a developer friendly message. You can easily understand what could be the error while inserting, and so that you can quickly correct it and you can change the some value and you can try for the insertion. Let's run this. Now I made it as 5. 5 is unique combination. You can see it, the resulted data in the bottom here also. This is how you can impose a primary key on a PostgreSQL table. This is one of the important constraint in any RDBMS, and please add these constraints to all the table if it is not available in your real-time applications. That's all about it. See you in the next video.